Hi, I'm Jessica.
I'm Jeff.
And we live in Colwich, and we recently just had Olie and Stephanie with Murillo Landscaping come out and do the landscaping for our brand new build. We just built this house, finished it last year, and we kind of had a vision with this little nook of the house that we can make a patio to set out some chairs and just kind of sit here and be able to look out and watch the sunset and watch some storms come in and just kind of look over the beautiful land that we have here. Another big vision that we had that we were really excited about was the rocks that they used in the rock beds. We had seen these just recently in a couple new landscape designs around town, and they just really pop. And I know Olie and Stephanie said this was the first time they worked with it, so they were really excited about doing this too. And it just turned out so beautifully, the way that they look. They complement the house so well. I love the depth of color that you get, that they change kind of when they're wet to dry, and I think they really tied the whole project together. Working with Olie and Stephanie was a really great experience. I went out to a handful of people to get a bid, and we only ended up getting 2 people to even respond to my request. And Olie and Stephanie were the first one to always get back to us. The first ones to get us our quote, to always check in on us through the whole process. So they were really on top of, making sure they were meeting our needs. And then through that quote process too, it was really good because, like I said, we had somebody else we were also getting a quote from, and it just felt like that other person, like they weren't listening to us, Both Murillo and this other person came back to us with quotes, and we went to them with like, okay, here's how we want you to change this, and they listened and they changed it to what we were saying and what we thought we needed, and the other person definitely did not. So ultimately that's why we ended up going with Murillo. Tour of the place. This is our patio. This was a main feature that we wanted to have, and then they came up with the idea of having the walking path to get there, so we're not just walking through our rocks. Murillo did for us a landscaping bed all the way through the front, and it also wraps around the whole side of our house and meets the back patio on the back side. Plus they did this little island berm for us out in the middle, which was a big deal for us. This used to be a wheat field, so it's a very flat area, and we wanted to add a little bit of texture wherever we could into the land. So we asked them to make that, and they came up with the design for it, and we really liked it. I thought they did a really good job with the design they came up with.
Yeah, overall, we just really wanted an extension of the home's overall aesthetic, which was modern mountain, and I feel like they did a really good job, kind of just making a seamless transition out of the stone of our landscape, of our home, and into the landscape. It just looks like it was all meant to be all at the same time.
So we didn't have a whole lot of requests for Olie and Stephanie when they were doing this. We definitely wanted the rocks, but when it came to the plants, we basically told them we just wanted as many purple and white plants as they could find. So they really kind of came up with a lot of the plants that came in here into the landscaping. And I'm really pleased with what they picked out. I think it's going to look great as it grows. There's low plants, there's going to be tall plants. It's just going to have a lot of really good texture. The boulders, I really love the boulders. I think that's a great feature. The yuccas were something that my husband wanted, and you can see those throughout the whole landscaping. I think one of our favorite features that they did for us is all the way on the back side of the house. If you come around, they put in a Japanese maple for us. We've wanted to have one of those for a long time, and we finally got to with this house. And so it's right back here, tucked in this little corner for us. Keep it as protected as it can from the elements of out in the middle of Kansas. But it's this beautiful tree back here, and it's going to be something that I think we're going to be able to come out and enjoy on a regular basis. I know our children are also very excited to see it. They come and look out the window all the time already to check out the tree. Well, working with Murillo and Olie and Stephanie, it was a great experience overall for us, and I definitely would recommend them to anybody that was needing to do landscaping in their home.